Gemini, I spy something beginning with you. I'm spying on you, watching over you. Again, your messages are the same, Natalie or Alchemy. But I spy something beginning with you. It's all about you. You. Unless on Netflix, You 3 is going to come out. But someone's always watching over someone. So if you've got a deceased loved one, they are constantly watching over you. If you've got a mother, they're always watching over you. If you've got a father, they're always keeping an eye on you. I spy with my little eye. This person could have one eye. They might not have an eye. There could even be Laura Felix that has one eye. But whichever way it is that they are obsessed about looking over someone. Now, it could be a grandmother or a mother or a father. But again, it is still Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jackie. So Jackie. So constantly and utterly, literally utterly obsessed about their children. Thanks very much. Goodbye. So let's see what it tells us to be aware of in your environment, Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, or you can watch it as a Capricorn because I read in numerology. Capricorn is a 6, Gemini is a 6, and we are in year 6, and we are about to go into year 7, which means that Capricorn and also Gemini have the forbidden fruit of very toxic families, 6 of Cups, very toxic relationships, in and out, divorces and everything that's been going on in the family, everything that represents the devil. And Capricorn as a 6 of a year 6 is what we've all been going through. 7 will be the era of 7, which would mean the Chariot, Cancerian life path 7s, and the Tower of a major arcana energy. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of leaving, okay, going, people being left on their own, to their own thoughts, to their own mind, children moving out, people moving from their families and going to visit or stay with, like boyfriend, girlfriend moving in, all of this sort of stuff. So you're going to find that when it comes after Christmas, people are moving, okay, because we're going to be experiencing the Chariot. At the moment, we are and have been in Capricorn and Gemini energies, which means the devil. So it means very restrictive money inflation going up, the economy crashing and God knows what else, rebuilding the economy when we get to 7, and then it will also be house, home, everything is kind of like divorced situations, all that sort of stuff, all coming into fruition. The people that are spying and watching on people are leaving, okay, when it comes to after Christmas. So at the moment, let's see what comes up of a broken heart. Maybe something to do around a Pisces or a life path 3. Okay. Let's see what your environment is telling you. Now, your environment is you, your partner, or whatever environment it is that it's showing me. What should Gemini be aware of in their environment, please? What lessons should they be aware of that's around Gemini's environment for December 22? What should Gemini be aware of? Okay, so you've got dodging a bullet. Blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, projected by haters. So I told you, someone keeps projecting hate and blame upon other people. So whichever one it is that's doing it, one of them is leaving after Christmas. When we come into year 7, I guarantee you, Gary or Tina, but I guarantee you, Gary, okay, that you'll start seeing people dodging bullets and moving away from people that are very negative. So if you have just come from the Leo, which is an 8, Aquarian or Leo energy, okay, because I read in numerology, don't forget, okay, and there was a Libra somewhere involved of someone that was spying, very analytical, digging up a load of research, and that came up as a very negative energy. This person is why they're avoiding this person, because of the negativity. So they're trying to avoid the person, basically. So don't forget, 7s also mean avoiding when we get to year 7. So at the moment, I'm just dodging a bullet and staying out of your way because of the amount of negativity that's leading up to this month, right? So now, if anybody here is seeing people avoiding them, then you need to work on the amount of negativity that's coming. Cross-watch or alike, it doesn't matter. If you want to learn, you need to learn that a negative thought creates a negative feeling of another person because of the negative thoughts that's projected towards the other person. So if the other person doesn't want to listen and they're losing interest in all of the negativity, that's why. Because the conversation is about negative stuff. When we're spiritual, we are taught, obviously, when we watch a lot of tarot and we watch a lot of how-tos and all of this sort of stuff, It tells us that our environment is literally everything. And if our environment is of a drug addict, we become a drug addict. If it becomes very dingy and dark and avoiding, then we start avoiding people in life. We start avoiding going out. We start avoiding everything in our life, our partnerships, everything else we avoid because our environment is telling us to avoid. So if we avoid in our environment that much during the day, what we find out that everybody in our day becomes an avoidance tactic to avoid people. Okay, so because my environment is saying be careful, dodge this person, stay out the way of the person because of negativity, and the other person is thinking, or Gemini is thinking, why? It's because of the negativity. Okay, negativity makes another person feel negative about themselves, about their environment. Their thought process projects a blame of negative. Okay, so it's like living in a dark hole. Okay, so your environment will become very much of isolation, avoiding people, not wanting them to be very negative where you can't stop them. So it means move. Okay, it means move. And when does that happen? Year 7. Okay, so Gemini, what should they be aware of in their environment during December 2022? What should they be aware of for Gemini in their environment, please? So you've got drama starter. There you go. So someone that does love to start an argument, loves to stick their router right into other people's lives and businesses and start telling them all of this negative stuff so I can feed off your dopamine. I've gone over this before. Sorry, but I'm going to have to slightly go over it again. Dopamine is what's created by pain and anger. Okay, so it doesn't have to be that you're in pain. Okay, but you can be very furiated and angry. Okay, that's the lead up to making someone else angry. When they are, you get a response of dopamine. Okay, because it's adrenaline. I can't wait to start drama to get the other person to react like a nuclear missile of 7. Okay, a reaction creates a chain reaction of dopamine going down. So I'm avoided. Okay, so I can't understand why people are avoiding me, or this person is avoiding me because of the amount of negative drama that this person keeps like to fucking cause hysterical moments. When you cause a hysterical moment, what do you make the other person feel? Hysterical. So why are they acting hysterical and avoiding? Because that's the environment. Okay, so don't change yourself, just change the environment, or the other person's going to. But I think they're going to anyway. You will see a lot of transitions when it comes to 7, guys. You really will. Okay, a lot of new beginnings, a lot of investments into businesses and ideas, spiritual and also alike, of people moving. Okay, you really will. Okay, starting over. Let's see. Gemini, what's coming up for Gemini? Should they be aware of in their environment for December 2022? You've also got karmic friends that just come up in the Leo/8/Aquarium placements. Came up in the Leo reading, but I read in 8s. Okay, just like I do for yearlies and stuff, yearly numbers coming up. Okay, karmic friends. So in the 8 reading, this person's mum was trying to befriend a daughter or a son and use them as a friend, but not a mother. Now, majority of their analytical energy came from worry about watching the television, watching everything else, watching over you, constantly trying to protect you and smother you. And that's why that came up with a life path 4 of a Scorpio, but mainly life path 4. I'm obsessed about not letting you live your life by protecting you too much. That makes the environment very toxic, because you end up avoiding me because I won't let you go. I will not let you do things yourself. I need to take it out of your hands to do it for you so you don't learn independence. I need to protect you from all of these things, which is a very can't breathe, karmic, smothered energy. Can't do anything myself because you will not let me do it. That's also not letting you go. That's also not letting you do it. Okay, so it can be make a person feel as if they're not independent, so their environment becomes like very fucking dark, very kind of like gloomy. I can't do this, I can't do that, I have to avoid, I have to stay in a dark room, I have to stay out the way, I have to be over here, you're over there, I can't talk. Like if I talk to you, it's negative. If I interact with you, it's negative. If I interact with you, we go off like a skyrocket. And all of that sort of stuff just makes me feel worse. So it drains the person. So it comes up as a karmic friend or a karmic person. But can't fully trust them. Tension, secret, competition. So you're always trying to outdo this person. So there might be a person that kind of like doesn't like someone else doing things for themselves because they end up learning independence. You see, I don't want you to be independent because then when you're independent, I'm bored and frustrated and I have nothing to do. So I have to learn about myself, and that's what I avoid. You see, don't forget, sevens are going to prove avoidance to you as well, because it will be the tower. So it will force. You don't make a tower happen; it just comes. Okay, so it starts to happen where people will be avoided, and then person will learn a valuable lesson about they cannot now avoid themselves. They can't avoid themselves because they will learn that a detachment has been forced. This is why people say, "Oh, how do I detach? I'm trying to detach from," and I can't, because you can't. You can only do it when the person isn't there. If you're left with nothing in your mind, then you need to stop thinking about the person, okay? Because you're just doing your own head in. Okay, I watched something that was on, I forget what his name is. He's on YouTube and he's got like 1.5 million subscribers. And he does all of these deep, dark YouTube fucking stories about the darkest people on YouTube. And there was this one woman, and I forget what her name was, and she was expressing this story on camera about the love of her life that she was obsessed with. But she was saying, look, I've cooked us a meal, and she'd cooked 2 meals and God knows what else. And she was really believing the fact that she had this connection with this person. And people found their YouTube channel really thinking that she was sending these YouTube videos to him just to respond. But it was all fabricated in her fucking head. And in the text stuff that she went through, she was actually posting this up on Twitter. And she was a spiritual person, you could tell, because she was saying, this spiritual connection is unreal. Okay, and I felt you today. Oh, I just felt you. And this guy he didn't even know the fuck she was. He ended up because she was a fucking raving lunatic stalker. Okay, but he had no fucking idea that he was being hounded. And she was doing these tweets. Good morning, my love. I'm just making you a cup of coffee. To no one. Good morning, my sweetheart. I felt you last night and just posted it. She was talking to nobody, believing that she was manifesting this person. She ended up dying. She ended up fucking going completely and utterly fucking mental, jumped out of her car and started running in the middle of the woods, and she ran straight into a lake. Right? So, like I said, man, when you're spiritual, you've got to be fucking careful of people out there that like just go literally off their rocker around all this spiritual shit. Right? Yeah. He was a person on the tail. He was a gospel singer or something. He was a gospel person, and he was like very famous and God knows what else. This person really thought that she had like a twin flame person of him that had no idea who this woman was, had no idea. She had an obsession. She'd built up this obsession in her mind and created a scenario of an illusion that she'd got a connection with this person. And it could have been overindulgent, and where I would have believed that she'd probably been watching loads of tarot card readings. Okay, believing this is my twin. Okay, look what happened to her. She went fucking absolutely crazy. Okay, so I'm just putting that one out there because that means anything to anybody. Okay, but you've got this, like I said, it might be someone where they're coming across as slightly lunatic and you're kind of like, Jesus Christ, man, I have got to avoid you, okay, because you're not right in the fucking head, you know. You can't be going to people saying and dying love to a person because they're your twin and they're not. Just because you have a feminine spiritual connection does not nowhere near mean that the other person feels that. It doesn't. It don't. Okay, but you can go and keep believing that if you want, if it's helping you. But what you've got as a story here is dodging a bullet, staying out the way of a person here, blocking them, blocking their negative approaches, escaping a crazy person, okay, protected and projection of hate and blame. So it's not getting anybody anywhere. So this person loves to create drama, and then they can't fully trust this person because the trust is gone. It's gone. It's happened that many times. Okay. So they've replayed it out. They're now waiting for 7 years to come. Okay. This is why you'll see so many people like, oh my God, I'm planning on moving. How is that? Right? I got a divorce this year and my family's been really toxic. Why is that? Year 6, Capricorn, Gemini. Right? Here, Major Arcana. The Devil and the Forbidden Fruit. Lust, trust, lustful relationships. Lustful relationships that didn't last very long. A connection that just faded. Okay, really quickly. Okay, because of the Devil, maybe with Capricorn and Geminis. Or Life Path 6 people. Okay, I had a connection at one point, but it just turned to lust. Then I can't trust them anymore. Why is that? 6. Especially towards the end of the year. Right? Why does everybody start leaving? Must be numerology. Let's see. Gemini. Gemini. What should Gemini be aware of in their environment, please? Jackpot, crackpot here. So you've got winning money, got rich, inheritance, and expecting money. So someone could be, I don't know, they could be expecting the fact that this person could just cark it at any point, and I'm just going to stay here until they do. That's not very good. But again, winning money. So this person could gamble a hell of a lot. On top of gambling, it could be a Capricorn energy. On top of gambling, and that money is everything, they're going for a very karmic situation around their parents, because they're probably spending everything that they're earning and leading a very karmic lifestyle, which means that they hang around with the wolves, which means that the friends that they're hanging around with could be a hangman, could be a Pisces or a Life Path 3, but the friends that they're actually hanging around with are people of glitz and glamour. And like I said, this person could lead themselves up the garden wall. This person could very much believe in the, you know, okay, all of the law of attraction and the angelic light, and I'm a fucking superhuman angelic person of light, and you know, it's up to you. Believe that if you want. Just if you believe that, please do not go and jump off a building thinking that you can fly and you'll be saved by an angel. Please don't do all of that sort of stuff, right? Because by the time you've awoke, you'll think, did that really help my life? These people telling me how spiritual I was. I guarantee it fucking don't. I guarantee you that it doesn't when you get there. What is a spiritual gift? I don't know. Psychic medium, a tarot card reader, clairvoyant. Are you? Yeah. So what are you doing about it? You have to do to be. And if you are a no-be and you don't do what you want to do, then you probably do voodoo. And that person here could be doing sex magic, is what I'm picking up. Masturbating over money, possible here, okay, and it's around their environment, okay, because I'm picking up, I don't believe in magic, okay, but sex magic is very much of a thing, okay. Now, I don't believe in sex magic, but I definitely do know that it comes from dopamine, okay, but there's a natural way of doing it, and there's an unnatural, unhuman way of doing it as well, and there can be a lot of attractive energy that's here, that one flaunts one's assets to get what they want, okay? Because money is everything to this person. And if money is everything to this person, it will also mean possible, I'm prepared to do anything to get what I want also here. Okay, but not as such here. Let's see. There's a Piscean energy here that's a Capricorn placement. Life Path 3 or something. Let's see. Because to a Capricorn, if they're famous, sorry, but if a Capricorn has limelight, they'll love that. They will love the limelight. They will thrive off the limelight. They really will. Okay. Let's see. Because you could start also seeing them showing what they've got as well. It doesn't matter. It's not a bad situation. It just is if you're dealing with one and you don't like that, you know. Let's see. Because it says drama, karma, angelic. But like dodging bullets, staying out the way of people that are very self-absorbed also. Because if you're self-absorbed, you can get people that flaunt because they're self-absorbed. Okay. Let's see. Gemini, what's Gemini to be aware of in their environment, please? So you got bankruptcy. Like I said, this person here is a gambling addict or an addict of drugs and alcohol and leading a high life, but is literally cat-loved, bruv. This person could be a scratch card addict or anything like that. They go out, they love all of the glitz and glam because it gives them a rush of adrenaline that creates dopamine, and by the time they get back, the rush to the blood to the head was just a quick fix of adrenaline and dopamine. So once it's over, they realise, oh, all of the money and everything that I had, I haven't got, or I have got it and it's all brilliant, but it wasn't as good as the lead up to. Like I said, you can have loads of money, right? I've always been very fortunate in my life, and I'm so thankful and grateful for my life being the way it has and is, right? Very much so. But I can tell you from experience, Gemini, that I've got probably 15 keyboards and synthesizers, and I've got an Xbox new one, and a PlayStation 4, and I've got a television there that's like 50, 60 inch. I've got one over there too. That one I don't even turn on. It's just there for a backup. I've got keyboards that are stacked up in the room. What I can tell you through experience is that the urge to buy that and the impulse to get it is never what it is when you get it. Okay, like the guitars and everything that you see me have before. I don't play guitar anymore. Okay, but like I used to buy loads of them. Okay, and then think, oh, I don't even play that. Like it's the impulse that we have that everything shines and it's great and I can have an addiction to it. And then when I get it, it's kind of like, oh, is that it? Like, is that all? Okay, so what you've kind of got is this person that could really act upon impulse. Okay, I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm definitely picking this up as a huge Capricorn energy, But if I'm honest, a low vibration Capricorn, not a high vibration Capricorn. A high vibration Capricorn would save and give. Okay, would save and give. A low vibrational Capricorn in their lowest energy would do anything to get what they want. Okay, anything to get what they want. And they would also maybe fuck people over to get what they want also. Now, this person could be experiencing this within their environment themselves, but it's because they're running with karmic people. It's because they're hanging around places that they shouldn't be hanging around, that's actually not for their best interest. So that makes this person's vibration go really down. They live for the buzz, and then when the buzz is gone, it's like, oh, is that all? Okay, that can make them look self-centered. Okay, they could also be very much self-absorbed as well. Okay, here. Now, like I said, if you're watching this and this does sound like yourself, you have two options. You can either click off and you can go somewhere where someone will just put a bit of Vaseline on your feelings and protect it. Okay, but Vaseline soon goes, bruv. Right? Or you can think, is it about time that I actually sit and fucking listen to this and think, you know what? That actually does sound like me. How has my life been working so far? How has this been going? How long have I been doing this? And I can actually sit back and open up my little ear holes, or I can actually just ignore it and just keep doing it. The decision is yours. You can have loads of different tarot readers that will stick a bit of Vaseline and a bit of vinegar all over it, okay? Stick a plaster over there and try and patch it up for you by feeding you a load of bullshit, or they can literally do what I do, which is tell you the truth here, okay? Now, when it comes to narcs in the comment section thinking that you have a choice in my life, I'm not asking for it. That's what I'm saying. I can recognise something myself, and if I do, I think, oh, I'll tweak that. But when you get someone that has an opinion, the opinion is, did I ask for your opinion? If I did ask for your opinion, granted, it's there. If you're watching and you're not asking for my opinion, then don't watch. Okay, it's simple as that. When an opinion comes and someone's very opinionated, people are not going to want to listen to their opinion unless they're actually asking for help and advice. That is when opinion then is asked upon, where it's granted. If it comes my way, I'm prepared to hear it. Okay, because I've asked. But the trouble is that people dig for information, and when they get it, that means themselves, they're like, fuck that, I don't want to know. Okay. Because it would also be a projection. A projection would also be, okay, so now I'm going to tell you what's wrong with you, and you will get nowhere because you will both close down. Okay. So when your environment is restricted, you can't actually have any money. Okay. Because it's very difficult to earn it, because your body language and your aura will be closed. Your environment is closed energy. Okay. So when your environment is toxic, drama, dodging bullets, your energy is closed all of the time. You're in projected mode. You're in protection mode. Okay. When you're not in protective mode, because your environment, you're open. When you're open, you receive. Because it means I've got the lesson that my environment is everything. If where I go is here to get money, it's a casino. Okay. It leads to what? Bankruptcy. Okay. It leads to a very lavish lifestyle. I've earned a load, so I'm going to spend a load, but I'm not saving it. Okay. Because I have an addiction to winning. So I go back and spend what I've earned. Keep trying to accumulate it for the big loss. Oh, the adrenaline, oh my God. Oh God, I've lost everything. You run with the devil. The devil will tempt you into it. The devil will trick you to believe the fact that you're going to win big. You don't. You lose big. Trust me, I have come from a family of addiction of horses. People, my dad used to be horse mad. He used to gamble and gamble and gamble on horses. Now, not a great amount, but every single day did he have the newspaper out. He was going over the form, the ground, whether it was good to soft, the racer, the jockey, fucking everything, man. And I've known the people that were surrounding him. They were fucking spending shitloads of money, walking out of that place that they've got no money left whatsoever, chucking their pen, ruining their relationships and their marriages because they've just spent all of their money on a horse. Yep. Okay, but, oh man, you'll see that person when they win. Oh my God, I'm buying you drinks, I'm buying you everything. Right, see them when they lose. Oh dear. Dodging bullets. For Gemini. Libra, there you go, 2. So I told you, in the last reading of Aquarian, Leo or an Aquarian or a Life Path 8, there was someone in that reading for you or your partner or your environment that was very negative. That's why this person has dodging bullets. Because of the negative, 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 negative. Now, if you're watching and you're kind of like, Steve, all of your readings are negative, they're not over on Patreon. They're different. They're different over on Patreon. They are here because this is what to be aware of, because majority of people are really relating to them. Oh my God, that's my environment. Okay, that's what's happening. That's what I need to look at and change. Okay. If you want a really good reading that could be very positive, then you need to go to Patreon. Okay, you can only do so many readings per day of like, does this relate to me or doesn't it not? You know, if your life is fucking hunky and dory and you're sitting outside and there's gummy bears all out there, well then you wouldn't really need an answer to anything, right? Because you're probably much cracked life. Okay, but like whichever way it is, this person's very negative. So, like I said, they could be a very shouty, screamy tarot reader that does twin flames. You know, run for the hills first. Here. Dodging bullets. People learning by blaming other people. Let's do a DM and DF so we can all blame the DF. That's going to get you there somewhere, isn't it? Okay? Blaming and moaning that it's other people's fault is really going to help out, isn't it? Okay? Okay, what's it going to make them do? Run. Okay. Drama starter. 8, because of the communication being whack. Here. Wacko Jacko. Jackie, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. I don't know. But what you've got is a very forceful energy of where did it come from? The 8 reading. Where did you come from? When did you go? Where did you come from? Nottingham Joe. Right, but like, yeah, okay, likes to start communicating and building up that energy of dopamine. This is dopamine. This is semen. Can you see the men in there? No, there is no men in the sea, but there's sea men in there. Can you see it? Right, but like, like I said, that is dopamine, a rush of dopamine, adrenaline. Oh, I'm going to make you that angry that you respond to my negativity so I can feed off your energy of dopamine. So I can leave you in this karmic toxic place. Could be a fish. Let's see. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secrets and compassion. Oh, 6, Gemini or Capricorn. You can't trust them. Okay, Justin, Julian, Jason, Jackie, Jasmine. Can't trust them. Okay. So I know these cards here do mean something very positive also, okay? But the leading cards of where it's coming from, it's telling me 6s, Geminis, Capricorns, Leos, Aquarians, and Libra placements possible, okay? Dodging bullets because of the negativity, because the conversation being to the point where I'm not paying any attention to you. I'm going in the opposite direction because of the blame, okay? Because of the blame. So, projection. So, winning money, got rich, inheritance, and unexpected money. Who's that? Someone in the family, Jenny. Someone in the family. Cancerian in reverse or a life path 7. Why are they in reverse? Don't know. There's this energy here that someone wants them to... Well, this is what I'm saying. This is coming up to year 7, but I can't yet. Okay, I can't yet. Now, it could be where this person lives, like here, very expensive place, because I built half of it. I own half of this place, right, here. Father died, so on and so forth, and all that sort of stuff. So inheritance is coming to me. But the one thing that's ever really stopped me from moving is the fact that it's easier to live here, but it isn't, because the environment is showing this. The environment is showing this, but what Spirit is telling me is about what have I been talking about just lately? Dopamine, environments. What does that mean? That it's all coming up to that conclusion of energy of channeled message, right? So what it means is that somebody could be staying where they are because it's easy to live there, but it's actually not teaching them independence. So what am I going to be learning next year? 7, independence. Okay, so independence of declaration of war where I am, and the independence that comes later when Christmas comes after, that I can actually start to move and become independent and start building a family and blah 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 on my own, instead of living in this circumstance that seems to be very negative, that's proven to me that what Steve has been talking about, restriction of environment, closed down. In order to grow and expand and love and find life, to open up where the sun can make things grow for you, you need to move. But at the moment you can't, because it's not year 7. So that's what this person is planning on doing. Okay. Now, the environment of the family is also going to treat the family the opposite lesson, because the family will be forced to realise that the person's leaving, that they have to detach from the person. So then it will go into year 7, which means waiting. 7 of Pentacles, waiting for someone to come back to invest in this situation. But would it have changed, or are they still going to avoid me? So if I've learned a valuable lesson to not do the things when they were here, when they come back over to here during year 7, where there'll be a lot of travelling backwards and forwards, if they come back, will the environment be any different? So it will prove to us all lessons that will be proved in year 7. Because that will also be the Tower, avoiding travelling, avoiding going, avoiding an outburst, avoiding a negative approach. But it will be in segments, in smaller pieces. Instead of one environmental pain, it will be small amounts of dopamine. So what will that give me? A lease of life to open up and grow, because I know who I am. I know my levels of my vibration. Your vibration is dopamine, by the way. You guys know that. Your vibration is created by dopamine and adrenaline. Dopamine is from adrenaline. It creates it from adrenaline. Adrenaline, rush, whoa. Dopamine, where's the pain? Show me the money. Right? So, when you do that, you find your own vibration. You find clarity. You find peace of mind. You find your vibration. You find your place in earth. You find who you are. You find your temperament, your temper. And everything else is where you will find yourselves when you're independent. Okay? So, but it might be leaving someone from this environment where they're like, well, I'm actually cat-lovered, broke, stony broke, And if you move, I'm not going to be able to afford to stay here on my own when you move, because your money creates my life. So sometimes, sometimes, if you've got a very negative, controlling person that stops you from going, they might use any tactic to say that they need you to stay because of this. Okay, because of this. Because of what you're providing for them. Okay, so don't fall for the okie doke. So what is bankrupt here for? 3. Life path 3 are Pisces. That is not me, by the way. I'm not bankrupt. It's life path 7 or a Cancerian. This person's into sex magic or something here. This person gambles. This person, like I said, this is, ooh, that's shiny and big and bright. Look at that. I could buy all of these stuff, and I'm like fucking right up in the mushroom cloud of fucking like spiritual stuff, and oh my God, it's all spiritual, and everything means everything that's spiritual, but none of it's been really working. Right here. So they're cat-lover. This person could be literally broke. They could have spent shitloads of money gambling, drinking, alcohol, drugs, party life. Okay, they may be in the family. And they, sorry, it really fucking bothers me. Sorry, because my placements of like Pisces and Life Path 7 here. Okay, but like it can be an emerging of. Got to take my own stories out because they're not here. But this person could have similar placements of like a Life Path 3, Pisces, 7 Cancerian placements, maybe really struggling around money. Could have gambled a lot, and this person's into sex magic here. Sex magic, okay, there's natural ways of manifesting, okay, through your body, but this person here is doing things for money, but they're running with the wolves, they're running with the devil energy, basically. They're doing it where this person could be very shady, doing things in the background there well, they're not spiritual, they're more of temptation, luring energy, okay, could get everything out and God knows what else, and like striptease, and maybe, I don't know, but like, you know, luring people into that energy of if I flaunt off one's assets, I can get like what I want by, you know, here. So it could be catfishing, you know, be very careful around catfishing. I was catfished by Life Path 3, that was a Capricorn, so that comes up in the Gemini reading. Okay, so, you know, just be very, very, very careful around people that lure you in to make them believe that their picture is their picture, but when it really isn't. Online dating and stuff online now is so dangerous, man. Y'all got to be very careful who it is that you're talking to. Okay, but like, you know, this is, like I said, it was the person absolutely cat-lovered, broke, bankrupt. Okay, not according to her via vocabulary, but she just wouldn't let you see her face. So it really wasn't her, not in the background there. Okay, victim of life, victim of circumstance, would fuck up every single relationship because of, oh my God, the amount of trauma that I've suffered. So what happens? People avoid, they start thinking, this isn't right. There's something going on here that's a little bit fishy. Okay, it isn't right. And if it isn't, that's what people should be possibly doing here. Is that there's a catfishing energy here, okay? Luring and baiting people into, like I said, I don't know, it's up to you. You know, you need to be very careful around if you're doing things online, stuff like that, and you're talking to people online, okay? So, there you go. That's what I've got for you, Gemini. I'm sorry it's been so negative, but like I said, I have to give these messages to people in case it is involving them, and I need to bring awareness to that, okay? But if you want more of a positive outlook and you want more of a positive reading, which is all right away and then clarified about your love life and things that are coming up throughout December, it is now on over all 3 tiers over on Patreon. The bronze tier, silver and gold. They're all at different prices. They all have different things, but the bronze tier has all the monthlies only. But it's like $3 or $4 in order to be able to get it. But if you want weeklies and stuff like that, then you need to go up tiers. Okay. That's other questions, answers, how do they think, how do they feel, what to be aware of, another deck that I've got coming. And then I change it up and I give you something different, I give them something different, but I give them more. It comes out before anything comes on here. I'm also going away on the 22nd, so I'll be having 2 days off. But I'm going to try and get all of the readings out over on Patreon before anything comes on here, because I also want to go away. So I'm going to try and get all the patrons done, okay, before I go away. So if you would like to join, all links are provided below. Thanks very much, Gemini. I really do appreciate it, guys, and I'll see you soon.